Hi, very good morning to one and all participating here. Myself, Dr. S. Balamurugan, Faculty, Department of Management Studies, Periyar University, Salem, Tamil Nadu. Today we are going to be discuss about case study writing. Uh, After the discussion, you all going to be learn what is exactly case study and its meaning, and the methodology which can be adopted in the case study writing. The purpose of case study, especially for the companies and again government, for policy making and educational institution. So at last we are going to be understand the purpose of case study, and again various types of case study. There are different kinds of case studies are there, and we are going to be discuss the same thing also. And again nature of data collection. So what kind of data that are needed or that can be collected for a case study method, and finally how we can be organized or we can be put our approaches in terms of hosting the case study. If you look at the case studies theoretical background, you would find a different kind of authors who are narrated the different set of meaning for the case study. But in a holistic way, a case study is an intensive analysis of an individual, a group of people, a process, a product, a policy, a role in the organization, or even an event. Sometimes it can be applied to the technology also. And finally, stressing developmental factors in relation to the concerned environment. Case study is all about mainly for the purpose of to find the cause and the effect relationship. As far as case study concerned, there are two ways which we can be follow. One, we can go with factual one, despite a real organization, people and the situation, where we can straight away put off all the organization, people and situation, their name itself. The another kind of thing is fictional. Here, although usually based on loosely or actual people and events, do not use real organization or people names for for a kind of some important or when we are in the need of maintaining the secrecy, we can go with a fictional kind of things. So since it is a case study which falls under the qualitative research, hence we can be used exploratory, explanatory, or descriptive in nature. As far as case study concerned, it focuses on two important aspects. Whatever the case, it will be focused on only two important aspects. One is process, the another one is outcome. Process indicate how was it done, and again finally we can come to know that does it work it or does it work does it work or not. So this would be the focus of case study. So after comprising all the different definition and meaning, finally we can be landed on a particular definition. Case study thus a strategy for doing research which involves an empirical investigation of a particular contemporary phenomenon within its real life context using multiple sources of evidence. So why we need to go for case study? This is a general question to all. And again, when you go with case study now, we could be able to identify the key issues. And again, case study will help a lot in terms of to assess the situation and to bring out the creative and illuminating responses. When you are throughout some cases now, you will get a huge amount of responses from the particular team or from the particular audience. So it enhances the creativity power of all the readers as well as the case writers or the team of case writing. And again, case study will help in terms of to challenge the reader to think deeply about the situation and to reach a new level of understanding about the situation even presented. Case studies are often exercised to review, re-examine, and or reinterpret a particular learning experience. And again, case study will help a lot to link theory and practices. For example, it can show how a planning intervention worked or failed. In what way the case study help the organization or the people who are being connected in the particular phenomena? Case study will help why people do certain things. As far as case study concerned, and in the corporate context, especially the department like human resource department and marketing department, it helps a lot in terms of why a particular product selling more in a particular market or in a particular set of customer group, or why people are behaving in such a way, especially in the domain of the human resource department. So a department like human resource management, department like marketing management, even it helps a lot in terms of why people do certain things and what motivates the people to do to do the particular things, and again how they explain what they are doing and what kind of preceding activities lead them to do certain kind of things, and in that sense you are explaining what is going on. Forms of data. So what kind of data or what kind of nature of data that can be used, or from where it can be retrieved for the purpose of completing our case study. In case study, in most of the time people would talk on case study is all about qualitative data, but in certain aspect where we can be used even the quantitative aspect, especially the descriptive numbers, tables, all those things. Now the forms or the place sources of data collection, the documents and the archival records, focus group discussion. Sometimes we can be used the questionnaires, interviews, both personal as well as telephonic. Observation we can go for a direct, indirect, and observation of our subject. Physical artifacts and tools also can be used, and most importantly visual methods, social mapping, transit, etc. can be used, and finally video and photography can also be used. So what kind of types of case studies are practicing by the corporate almost all the places? One we can call it as so there are 6 kind of case studies which are narrated by Robson in the year 1993. Individual case study, where which we are going to be deal about a particular individual, why a particular individual behaving, why a particular individual behave like this. In that way we can be talk about individual case study. Number 2, set of individual case studies of a small number of people with some features in common. For that matter, if somebody is going to be talk on study about the tribes or a particular group of social group of people, we can be approach a set of individual case studies. And the third is community case studies, where we can take a small villages or a small town and you can do the research, case why particular things happen only in the particular town or village, and why it is not happening in the rest of the town and the rest of the villages, for which we can be apply the community studies. And again the fourth is social group studies, where we can deal about families, occupational groups also. A different set of families we can be considered for this kind of things. And number 5, studies of organization and institution. For that matter, recently there are a lot more studies are coming out, especially on working from home. So these kind of situation, under this particular situation we can be apply several kind of case studies on organization and institutional context. And finally, studies of process. We can be study about the process in terms of bring out the new or the quickest way of deliver or producing a product, the quickest method of completing the particular work. In that way we can be apply the case here, and we can even apply for the events, the roles, and the relationship, especially the most successful studies, Hawthorne studies, which was conducted under this particular process, events, roles, and relationship. So as far as case study concerned, there are 6 kind of case studies which can be applied for an individual, for a set of individual, for a community studies, for a social group, for an organization and institution, and finally studies on process, events, roles, and relationship. And organizing a case study, how we can be organized after preparing all those things, after collecting the relevant data, how we can be organized a case study. So we need to be start with introduction. So when you start with the introduction, you have to give answer for the four important question: what is being studied? So where you need to describe the research problem and the research and describe the subject of analysis, I mean the case you have chosen to address the problem. Explain how the case are linked and what elements of the case will help to expand knowledge and understanding about the problem. And number two, the question is, why is this topic important to investigate? Why we need to deal with the particular problem? So where we need to describe the significance of the research problem and state why a case study design and the subject of analysis is designed around is appropriate in addressing the problem. Number third, what did you know about this topic before did this study? So where you need to provide background that helps lead the reader into the more in-depth literature review to follow. If applicable, summarize prior case study research applied to the research problem and why it fails to adequately address to the problem. Describe why your case will be useful if no prior case studies have been used to address the research problem. Explain why you have selected this subject of analysis. And again, the fourth aspect of question under the introduction: how will this study advance new knowledge or new things of understanding? Of course, research is all about to find out the new knowledge or a new understanding. It is all about start from the inquisitiveness. So where you need to explain why your case study will be suitable in helping to expand knowledge and understanding about the research problem. And the second part of organizing a case study is the review of literature. So where we need to collect the previous literatures which are pertinent to the particular case. So where you need to go with a kind of self introspection through which you could find a better way to collect the most pertinent information. From there, you need to start with place relevant works in the context of their contribution to understanding the case study being investigated, and then describe the relationship each work has to the others under consideration that informs the reader why this case is applicable. Identify new ways to interpret prior research using the case study, and resolve conflict. If there is a conflict, resolve conflict among us seemingly contradictory previous studies, and then point the way in fulfilling a need for additional research. Then expose any gaps, if there is a gap that exists in the literature that the case study could help to fill. Locate your research within the context of existing literature. It is very most important aspect. And the third aspect is, as we already discussed about, the case study can be applied to the individual or a group of people or a community or a family or an organization, in different aspect. In that way, if your subject of analysis is an incident or an event, so these are some of the key points through which you could get some idea. If it is an incident or an event, in the social and behavioral sciences, the event or incident that represent the case to be studied is usually bounded by time and place, with a clear beginning and end, and with an identifiable location or position relative its surroundings is most important. Whether the event is rare or not, where we need to be talk, the methods section should include an explanation of the following characteristics of the event. When, the point number one, when did it take place? Number two, what were the underlying circumstances leading to the event? And finally, what were the consequences of the event in relation to the research problem? In case if your subject matter is a person, explain why you select this particular individual to be studied, and describe what experiences they have had that provide an opportunity to advance new understanding about the research problem. Mention any background about this person which might help the reader understand the significance of their experience that make them worthy of study. This includes describe the relationship this person has had with other people, institution, and/or events that support using them as the subject for a case study. And finally, it is particularly important to differentiate the person as the subject of analysis from others, and to explain how the person relates to examining the research problem. Example, why is one politician in a particular local election used to show an increase in voter turnout from any other candidate running in the election? Note that these issues apply to a specific group of people used as a case study unit of analysis. For that matter, you can be applied in your classroom, a classroom of students. In case your case study unit applies to the place, a place must not only describe its various attributes relevant to the research problem, example physical, social, historical, cultural, economic, and political, but you must state the method by which you determined that this place will eliminate new understanding about the research problem. It is also important to articulate why a particular place as the case for study is being used. If similar places also exist, if applicable, describe what type of human activity involving this place make it a good choice to study. In case if your subject matter is a phenomenon means refers to a fact, occurrences, or circumstances that can be studied or observed, but with the cause or explanation to be in question. In the social and behavioral sciences, the case usually focuses on human interaction within a complex physical, social, economic, cultural, or political system. A case study of a phenomenon most often encompasses an in-depth analysis of a cause and effect that is grounded in an interactive relationship between people and their environment in some way. Uh, after finalizing the methods where we need to go for a discussion, in under the discussion portion you have to be consider few of the important key points. Number one, repeat the research problem, state the major finding. After comprising all your research, you just go back to the research problem and state the major finding. Explain the meaning of the findings and why they are so important, and relate the findings to similar studies, and if at all there is a need, you just quote the reference over there, and consider alternative explanation of the finding. As far as case study concerned, it is not, there is no any right or wrong answer. Case will produce some outcome. After getting the outcome, you just execute, and then you have to see that whether it is working in a proper or a expected way or not. If not, you just go back to the case. In that way, where you need to know, in the process of finding the solution, you also need to find the alternative solution, because if one is not properly work out, you need to find the way to fit the second one in the particular problem. And again, acknowledge the study limitation. If at all there is a kind of constraints or a kind of limitation, you have to be properly acknowledge in the particular cases, so that it gives a kind of justification to the readers. And finally, you have to conclusion in the sense of you just execute and see the reflection from the opposite side, and again measure the cause and effect. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you so much.